Welcome to part 6 of Mandarin Blueprint's 8-part series on compound words and just words in general and how they're structured in Chinese. In part 1, we covered everything that isn't the compound words, and we've covered the top 4 so far: biased verb, what, verb, how, and parallel. Today, we're going to cover duplicated words. So these are where both of the characters are exactly the same. But you'd think that this only had one usage, but there's actually 3 different ways that you can use double characters to get across 3 different meanings. Now, the first one is affection. So how about this one? Bao bao, bao bao. Now, you'll notice first that the second character is 5th tone. And with the affection and casualness usages of duplicated characters, they're always going to maintain that 5th tone second character. Well, this is a treasure, a bao bao. Well, that's actually your baby. And so you can get the idea. Of course, you would be feeling a lot of affection, and it sounds similar to baby, bao bao. So this is a very common thing to hear. Now, mama, of course, probably the universal way of saying mom, pretty much anywhere. This is mother. And of course, 母亲, that's the word for mother, but it's like much more formal. You could say that to somebody, but by saying mama, you're showing a bit more affection. 哥哥, this is your big brother, right? And so you could say 哥 on it by itself, but generally you're going to say 哥哥because there's some level of affection between family members. Now, another way that you'll see the double duplicated characters is something like 试试, which basically just means have a try or give something a try. It's casualness. It's not meant to be something that shows you is very serious. You're just saying like, have a try. 看看, have a look. Take a look for a moment. 尝尝, have a taste for a moment. And these also have the second character operating as a 5th tone. Now, with the casualness ones, you can also say the same thing by saying 看一看 or 尝一尝 or 试一试. So you put the e character in between. 看一看, 试一试, 尝一尝, or 看看, 试试, 尝尝. Now, you can also add in 一下 after the initial verb. 看一下, 试一下, 尝一下. And all of these effectively mean the same thing. It's like have a look, have a try, have a taste for a moment, real quick, casual, no big deal. That's the idea behind the casual version of duplicating certain words. Usually it's verbs. Now, when both characters are duplicated, when the characters are duplicated and neither of them is changed to 5th tone, it's usually indicating all of something, and they're usually measure words like 个个, 个个. So 个 is a measure word for individual. 个个 means every in general. Now, you more commonly will hear people say 每个, but 个个 also is totally fine. 人人, everyone, right? So person, everyone. 天天, day, every day, right? So the simple understanding there. All of these you'd probably say 每个 or 每个人 or 每天. That would be fine, but you can do this also. So the thing we'll run across with these sometimes, people will go, but do people use this? And it's like, yeah, you hear it from time to time, but it's certainly a little bit less common than using the word every. But that's like how languages are. People don't always say things the same way, and they have a different mood that they're speaking, that they're in when they're speaking, and then there's somebody who they're talking to, and how do they feel about the person they're talking to. So really all you should take from this is that you can do this, and so when you see it, you'll understand what it's about. So with that in mind, that finishes up our discussion of duplicated words. Come back to part 7 to talk about the subject-predicate words.